What's up, guys? I'm Caden with Crypto Now or Never. Today, I'm finally back with another update on Myria. Please do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button. Help me pump that algorithm. I would greatly appreciate it. None of this is financial advice. Let's get into it.
I have a dream, that's all I need. I'll make it happen with some work and belief. Know what I want.
Alright, so as most of you guys probably know, Myria has been getting hammered during this recent Bitcoin dump. If you look at the 7-day time frame, they were down 31.5%. Now, Myria is currently trading at just over half of a penny. But what's interesting is if you look at their market cap, they have a market cap of 113 million. Now, if you go back to my first ever Myria video, they had a $6.5 million market cap, and they were trading at about a tenth of a penny. So if you compare prices, they've done about a 4x. However, if you compare market caps, they should have done close to a 20x. But that's where I always talk to you guys about dilution. See, back when it was a $6.5 million market cap, the circulating supply was only 8%. And now the circulating supply of Myria is 34%. So you can look at this in multiple ways. The first way is just sitting here complaining about Myria's dilution and how it isn't really making much money. Or option number two, you are excited because you believe in Myria long term. And the tokens getting released into circulation means later on down the road, you aren't going to have near as much dilution. So at the end of the day, you're just going to have to decide whether or not you believe in Myria long term. But either way, if you guys are looking to buy the dip on Myria, I recommend using Bybit, KuCoin, or MEXC. I think those are the three easiest centralized exchanges to use. But now we'll hop into some Myria news. So this is their X account. And the first thing you need to understand about Myria is they are a Web3 gaming ecosystem powering over 1 million users. So a lot of their reposts on here are their ecosystem performing very well. But then they posted on April 9th. Are you ready for an AMA with some of the builders on Myria? Now this AMA already happened on April 10th. But if you guys have watched my channel in the past, you know I love to see AMAs. The reason for that is because it keeps your community engaged. And in crypto, community is everything. Because the crypto market is heavily driven based on hype and speculation. And community is one of the best ways to build hype around a project. But it really does seem like Myria is partnered with almost all of my personal favorite gaming projects as well. So based on that alone, it's pretty hard for me to not be bullish in general. But honestly, there's not a whole lot of Myria information for me to cover that's going to be super relevant anymore. A lot of the major news was coming out in late March. But now we'll take a look at some macro news that could affect Myria's price action, even though it's not directly correlated to Myria. So this is Watcher Guru's X account. And they just posted on April 15th, Hong Kong approved spot Bitcoin and Ethereum ETF application. And in terms of the Bitcoin ETF, I don't think this is going to be anywhere near as big as what we have already seen. It'll add to it, but it's not going to be something that's going to skyrocket the price. But what I do love to see about this is the Ethereum ETF. By definition, Ethereum is an altcoin. So if we have an altcoin getting an ETF approved, that could start a chain reaction where we start seeing a whole bunch of other altcoins with ETFs. Which obviously could skyrocket those particular coins. And now we'll also go ahead and click on the Bitcoin halving countdown. So at this current point, we are just over 3 days away with 510 blocks remaining. This is absolutely incredible. It feels like we were just 2 years away from this moment. But at the same time, don't get your hopes up that we're just going to skyrocket after the Bitcoin halving. There's a very good chance that it does something similar to the Bitcoin spot ETFs, where it actually drops right when the halving happens. And then we start pumping about a month later. Always remember, rarely does the market do what everyone thinks it's going to do. And then obviously what is perceived to be the major news is what they posted on April 13th. So $130 million liquidated from the crypto market after Iran launched an attack on Israel. And as most of you guys know, this dropped Bitcoin from like 68,000 down to about 61,000. Now, since then, Bitcoin has bounced a little bit and we are sitting at about 63K. But in general, war is never going to be good for crypto. But while we're on X, you guys should come over and give your boy a follow at Crypto Now or Never. I post on here pretty much every single day, and I'm constantly calling out opportunities that I'm seeing in the market. So I think you guys will get some very useful information. And then I do also want to take a moment to talk about my private Discord through Patreon. So at the current moment, I have 3 different tiers, but there are many benefits to joining my Discord. This is going to give you guys access to projects that I'm personally buying, selling, considering buying, and even the cryptos that I currently hold. And a lot of the cryptos we trade in here are microcap gems, less than 10 million in market cap. And the awesome thing is I have an amazing community that is also constantly calling out opportunities that they are seeing in the markets. Just to give you guys a few examples, I want to give a shout out to my boy Manchester. He called out Landwolf, and Landwolf is up over 15x in 5 days. Those are absolutely incredible gains. And then I also want to give a shout out to my boy Chop, who called out Apu. And Apu has ran up parabolically. We were first trading it at an $11 million market cap, and it ran up to over a $250 million market cap, which is significantly higher than this post right here. So we're up over a 22x. But in general, if this sounds like something you guys might be interested in, I have the link right here on my YouTube homepage, and it's also in the description of the video. We are building an amazing community. I'd love to have you guys in here. But now for the final part of this video, I'll get into some technical analysis. So this is Myria on the daily time frame. And as you guys can see, Myria truly has just been bleeding out. But I don't even really think it's that much due to Myria, but more of just the whole gaming sector. Because you can look at a lot of other gaming cryptos and they are getting decimated. Now, from a technical standpoint, Myria does not look great. We have fallen beneath all of the moving averages. That is not what I want to see at all. In addition, you can argue just from a trend standpoint, we had a higher high, higher low, lower high, lower low. So based on that alone, we could end up putting in a lower high again. Now, you could also argue that Myria is forming some sort of a massive falling wedge, and falling wedges break up 68% of the time, and this one in particular would have a measured move to about 1.5 cents. Now, is that guaranteed to play out? No, it's not. And the number one thing you'd need to watch out for is even if we did start to get a breakout, you'd need to watch for a bearish retest on any of these moving averages, and that could send us right back to lower lows. So in general, from a charting standpoint, I really don't love Myria right now, but the reality also is even if you were to pull a Fibonacci, we'd be trading way beneath the 786. So if you do believe in this project long term, there truly might not be much better of an opportunity to get in than now, but make sure you do your own research. Now, lastly, we'll take a look at Bitcoin as it's correlated to most altcoins, and this is Bitcoin on the daily time frame. Now, what's interesting about Bitcoin is obviously it doesn't look near as bad as Myria right now. It has actually enjoyed a very nice pump while Myria has only been dropping. But in general, after the recent news, Bitcoin fell beneath the 21-day and the 50-day. Again, that's not what we want to see. So even if we do end up getting a breakout, we could have a bearish retest. In fact, you can already see this candle did come up and get rejected off of the 50-day moving average. That goes to show that this is a very strong resistance level. But honestly, I'm not going to do a whole lot of TA on Bitcoin because the reality is that the Bitcoin halving is right around the corner. As you saw, it's just over 3 days away. So in the next few days, there's probably a lot of crazy price action that's going to happen. And that's one of those things where I always say macroeconomics significantly outweigh technical analysis. So I don't even really think it's worth me doing TA. But always remember, crypto is an extremely volatile asset class. Make sure you are prepared for everything. But that's about all. Let me know down in the comments how high do you guys think Myria will go this bull run. If you found this content valuable, please do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great rest of your day.